This is the Voice Coach Podcast for all the tips and tricks on getting the most out of your speaking voice. I'm Nick Redman, and I'll be sharing everything you need to know to keep your voice healthy, sounding great, and working the way it should. If you're an actor, voiceover, speaker, presenter, or podcaster, you're in the right place. Hopefully it'll be a wee bit of crack too. Let's get started. I'm starting this episode with a sound effect. Oh, and hitting my microphone. Is there anything better than that new/old/electronic book smell? Of course not. I love a voice book. There, I've said it. I think I've got them all. All that I know of, anyway. So in this episode, I want to bring you a few books that I recommend if you're interested in exploring voice training for yourself, because there's so many out there and, well, it's hard to know where to start. So here we go. Here are 5 books I recommend if you want to work on your voice. Number 1, Finding Your Voice by Barbara Houseman. This woman, honestly, she's fabulous. It's a really accessible, easy to follow, progressive voice training book, taking you things from start to finish. So body, alignment, all that kind of physical stuff, right up to articulation at the end. It's fabulous, dead easy to read and understand and digest, and there's a great wee troubleshooting section at the back. So if you're having a specific issue, you can go to the back, have a wee look, and it tells you which exercises to do, which I love, makes it very, very useful. Book number 2, Everyday Voice Care by Joanna Cazden. It's a lovely book for vocal health tips. Nice, easily digestible chunks of info covering everything from food and all that kind of nonsense and the myths surrounding what we should and shouldn't eat, to illness and really what you'll need day to day to keep your voice healthy. Big fan of that. Again, nice and easy to digest. Number 3, Voicework by Christina Shewell. I love this book. It's massive. And it might be one more for the coaches out there, but it's got loads of exercises in it. It's really good for bringing together the science of voice and the art of voice training too. Hence the subtitle, Art and Science in Changing Voices. Shewell is basically a genius, and she offers loads of case studies for how her approach works and exercises for literally everything to do with voice training. So yeah, I love it. It's lots of interesting info just to read and digest, and then loads of exercises to action. It's a wee bit pricey, but I do think it's worth it. Number 4, This Is a Voice by Gillian Kayes and Jeremy Fisher. They also have a great podcast, so search for that too. This is actually the companion book to a wonderful exhibition that was on in London. And sidebar, it's the most aesthetically beautiful voice book out there. The design is glorious. Point 2 is that it offers just really simple and again easy to digest how the voice works intro. So it's not too anatomical and sciencey. It's very user friendly, so you learn how your voice works dead easily. And then there's loads of fun exercises to explore your voice, including mad things like beatboxing and stuff. It's sort of a book for singers primarily, but I still think there's lots in there to take away from it as a speaker. And number 5, newer to my collection, but just brilliant. It's The Moment of Speech by Annie Morrison. So it's articulation focused, and she calls it creative articulation, but it's not just articulation. Like, here's a wee quote from it to give you an idea. Let me just find it. I've got so many post-its in here because there's so many brilliant bits. Okay, it's literally the introduction. Why is that so hard to find? All right, here we go. This is Annie's words, not mine, but I fully agree. I want to move speech training away from the notion of tongue gym and the idea that tongues need taming. For most people, it is the opposite. We have tongues that need wilding. In other words, reconnecting to instinct and heart. I love that line. I love it. So anyway, it's a great book about wilding your tongue and the other articulators and just connecting articulation with the why of speaking, which is all of the amazing things we're trying to communicate. So I've put links to those books in the show notes so you can get them easily if you want to. Let me know what's on your reading pile at the moment, voice related, otherwise related, and make sure you're on my newsletter actually as well, because I'll have more reading recommendations as I come across them. Right, that's it for now. I'm off to get a cup of tea and read a book. See you next time. Thanks for listening to the Voice Coach podcast. To get the most out of your voice, come on over to our free community on Facebook, the Voice and Accent Hub. See you in there.